Hi everyone, this is Aaron for Zollotech. We're going to take a look at the Samsung Galaxy S3. This is the latest Verizon version, and it was just released for those that pre-ordered it. Some have been getting them in the mail, but a lot of people still don't know when the actual release date is. It's $199 on contract with a 2-year contract, or $249 for a 32 gigabyte. So you've got 16 and 32 gigabyte models. Let's go ahead and open it up. Pull the top off here. Now we have a very large 4.8 inch 720p, so that's 1280 by 720 resolution. It's a Super AMOLED screen. It should be really nice. Uses Gorilla Glass 2, which I haven't actually seen in any other phone myself yet. So we'll set this aside for a moment. Take the top off. See what else we have in here. So we've got the normal Verizon Start Here paperwork. We have the normal micro USB to USB connector, so you can see that's a USB connector. We have the typical Samsung wall plug to USB AC adapter, and we have a pair of headphones in here as well as the battery that's in there. So let's go ahead and set these aside. We'll take a look at these in another video. Let's grab the battery and take a look. So here's the battery itself. Now this phone should have 2 gigs of RAM, and this only has a 1.5 gigahertz dual core processor. It doesn't have the quad core that some of the other phones do. This battery is a 3.8 volt lithium ion battery, and let's see what the actual capacity. It's a 2100 milliamp hour battery. Let's see if we can pop the back off here. So like I said, we have a 16 gig storage limit in here. We'll pop the back off, and that's really thin and kind of flimsy feeling. So the battery goes in here, and then we have a SIM card area and a micro SD expandable storage slot. So we can slide this in here. So that's where the SIM card goes. On the back we have an 8 megapixel camera with a flash. There's the speakerphone or speaker. On this side we have a power button. This kind of snaps on like a Galaxy Nexus, and I'll show you a comparison size-wise here in a moment. This is really thin. On this side, we have a volume rocker. On the front, we have a forward-facing camera and sleep-wake power button. On the bottom, we have a microphone, micro USB. On the top, we have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack and a noise-canceling microphone. This runs Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich. And let's go ahead and turn it on. We have a home button down there on the bottom. Just wanted to do a quick first look and see what it's like. For a size comparison, while it boots up, here's the Galaxy Nexus with a 4.3 inch screen, a little bit smaller. Turn the screen on so you can see. So it's booting up, Verizon LTE. This is an HD Super AMOLED screen, and it looks pretty nice. The device itself doesn't feel as cheap as some people said it would. Let's go ahead and set this up. It's activating. This may take a moment. The device itself feels really nice. It doesn't feel as big as the screen actually is because the bezel's so thin. Down here we have, I don't know if you can see it under these bright lights, but we have a menu or menu button here, home and back. And we've got our 4G here. We'll wait for it to activate, and we'll come back in a moment. The phone is activated, so let's go ahead and hit next. It's going to ask me for the backup assistant. I'll agree. We'll do this. Well, I guess we'll do this now. So it's checking for existing accounts with the backup. And we'll hit next. We'll set some of this up later. Let's see, I can drag that down. So let's pick this up. We'll back up with Verizon. We'll skip this for now. I want to use all these services, so I'll go ahead and turn those on. I'll log into my Google account. See if I can turn the screen brightness up while we're right here. Just to help you be able to see this. It looks really nice. The display is really very nice. There we go. All the way up. Go back. Oh, it looks like swipe to left or right to switch between screens, access notifications, kind of basic walkthrough. So you can see here's the main layout. Feels really responsive. The screen's very smooth, and it kind of tapers off the edge here. Let me give you a quick overview, and then I'll show you a quick comparison size-wise to the other devices. So everything's really nice and smooth. We have S-Voice on here. We'll take a look at a different time. But here is the Galaxy Nexus side by side. Let's turn this on. So the Galaxy Nexus, this is running Jelly Bean. You can see size-wise they're actually not too different. In fact, on the side, they're not much different at all when we put them next to one another. You can see they're really very close. The Galaxy S3 feels a little bit thinner, looks a little bit thinner, and probably is a little bit thinner. But we'll go ahead and agree here. This has a physical home button. Feels pretty good, and I'll definitely be using this a little bit more over the next few days and show you some benchmarks, things like that, and see what kind of battery life we get out of this. But it feels really nice. Everything's very fluid on this UI, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like over the coming days, and use the camera that's so heavily touted by Samsung as far as that goes. Let's see if we can take a quick picture. That image looks pretty nice on this screen. It'll be interesting to see what kind of pictures it can take when we're on the go. So I'll be using this for a little while. If you have any questions, please post them below. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.